something here has been worth the wait, is what I'm hearing. Whoever this is, you've been very intentional with recognizing and clearing out patterns that you became accustomed to, little habits. It's like you've had some kind of internal cleansing. Okay, so I'm just going to see what you need to be aware of. Who is this message for and what you need to be aware of? Okay, straight away, the Emperor and the Devil. Okay, so that divine masculine energy. I'm hearing the veils of kind of the shadow that literally someone's been making themselves aware of what needs to be internally purged and cleansed through. Okay, they're understanding their role in this is what I'm hearing as well, in the actually accumulation of it to begin with. Okay, yeah, Libra energy's justice card, divine justice. Something's been happening here. I think that this is someone they've had to bring truth to situations. I think if they haven't been truthful in themselves, they've created some kind of environment around them that hasn't been truthful for them, like the balancing energy. They've had to learn some kind of lessons here. They've had to massively learn patience and trusting in divine timing to surrender to that. I think this is been somebody who they've been a bit obsessed with maybe time, needing things to be done. That's societal programming. And I say that in a way that functions, let's say, the matrix, if you will. Right? Something about that's been really big for somebody that they've had to break through. Okay. Capricorn as well on the table. Magician, Mercury, much better. They're understanding how to redirect their energy. So as they're bringing in this divine justice, by taking the appropriate actions, stepping into that leadership role of their own destiny, understanding this, there's something that they're really bringing into their reality much faster. Like I said, they're probably somebody who they used to manifesting quickly, if you will, but it's not been done from a healthy space before is what I'm getting. Okay, so there's been a lot, it's almost like piles and piles of lessons on top of each other, and now what they truly want, because now that they're accessing their heart more, and it's almost like divine intervention or something, they're being forced to understand that deeper. There's something about communication there as well. They want to communicate about something. Springtime could be important here, but also just that energy of springing into action, new beginnings, rebirth. Okay. Prince of Fire, Sagittarius energies. It's autumn as well, within 14 to 30 days. So this could be some kind of communication they're receiving that they've been waiting for, something to do with legal matters, that were created as a result of that shadow, that veil of that devil energy. Okay, so that's come through, but also something that's going to then allow them to pursue what they're trying to manifest, which also could be communication. They've been going through many ascensions is what I've heard. Definitely seeing that Phoenix. And Scorpio season really does, people talk about the veils being thin, but Scorpio season really does make you access yourself. Okay, water sign energies. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, this is their turning point. They're expanding. Like I said, they're taking action in their own destiny, their wheel, That's all determined on how much are you learning those lessons, how much are you repeating those patterns, right? What are you understanding from this? And as a result, what are you doing? Capricorn, oh my God, that's Capricorn twice now. So wintertime's definitely important. This has been somebody who's been dealing with this for like a good year at least. It's been preventing them from taking that leap of faith towards that new beginning. This is the way they've had to learn how to surrender to divine timing. That's hard, especially if you're that divine masculine, the Emperor, you want to take action, you know what you want, go for it. They've been forced to hold on. Maybe they were quite impulsive and that's why, led by unhealthy energies or something, especially with that, what they're dealing with as a result of that veil of devil energies. Okay, so spring is so important. It keeps coming up. Taurus energies as well. There's definitely something about this has been going on this is like a really prominent message, a good year at least. They might have even thought they were going to have a new beginning last spring. Look at this, big yes energies. Didn't happen. Something got in the way. Something to do with divine justice, karma. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The Lovers, union energy, alignment, partnerships, love, openness. So they're coming into alignment, but they thought they already were, but they weren't. Okay, so wintertime again. Winter into spring's huge. You know, that gives me the energy of death and rebirth. Okay. So true transformations, closing out a cycle, beginning a new one. So Pisces energies. I'm seeing that, you know, the gestation period, that pregnancy, that 9 months energy. That's important. So definitely, I honestly feel like this is something someone planned before and it just didn't go that way. The veil of that devil energy was not handled and they had to face it. Wow. That's what's coming out as going on for a good year. Yeah, Uranus, and this is the Fool coming out with that Magician. This is the absolute brand new beginning. In tarot, you got the Fool is 0, then you got the Magician is 1, so step by step, brand new beginning. They want to jump in. I can just feel their eagerness. You know, they're coming out. The first card is the Emperor. This Fire card as well. Expect the unexpected, the impulse. You know, that passion to go. Clearly, they're driven, but they've had to pause it. But the opportunity is coming now that they're learning how to align, how to surrender, what it means to truly close that energy out. Okay. Oh God, the Chariot, literally all systems go with that card. When I say this person, when they take that leap of faith, they're all in. They have determination driving them. Their desire to, I was going to say win, clearly there's someone really competitive or something. Their desire to succeed is huge. I think it's really tested them to have to wait. Really, they've really had to learn patience. Okay, what else? Ooh, that's come out with the Prince of Fire, the Queen of Fire. So this is within 7 to 14 days. Then you've got within 14 to 30 days. I'm going to get another one. This is positive. What is this? Well, it's all, you know, it's all for your healing, so it's always positive. Okay, but perspective. But try to understand what this actual message is, because clearly, within the next 7 to 30 days, complete twin flames at the bottom of the deck. There's something, yeah, there must be a huge shift taking place then. So we've had that, oh my God, we've got Virgo. Now we've got the King of Fire. That's within 7 days. I just feel like someone keeps wanting to go and they get, something stops. I don't know. There's something, but they go back into solitude. Gemini energy, that's also saying spring within the next 2 months as well. And that's giving that energy. Then there's a rebirth coming within the next 2 months, and it all begins within 7 days. And it's incremental from 7 to 14 to 14 to 30. Something needs to be closed out. Something needs to be closed out. Interesting. So I think this is about new, like adapting to the new cycle as well. So it could be that this cycle within this twin flame energy connection could need to close out. But also, let's find out. I'm going to get some more information for you. What do you need to be aware of? Nothing that's going to keep you ruminating when you don't need to ruminate, okay? Actual guidance to help you to evolve. Head of the pack. That's very Emperor energy, like I was saying. You know, that will to win, competitive nature, that's here. Right? Number 15. 6 as well. Successful. Drive, getting it done. Lead, persistence. Will to win, motivated. Alpha male, says. Could be any female, male. Finishing first, dominate. Ooh, this is someone who's all this fire on the table. No wonder they've been led into that devil energy, because they're so, I think that their impulse has driven them a lot. They've had to learn some lessons to come back, learn how to make the best decisions, okay? Wow, they're going to be moving ahead. That Chariot energy wants that, the Magician, and then, oh my God, there could be something, the feminine energy. Okay, multiple things. This Milky Way, either you've connected online, or you're going to, there's something about that's going to come through, but also they are expanding big, something to do with online, but I think maybe they're watching the feminine energy do this as well, you know. And maybe that's what's triggered their devil energy as well. Some could be jealous, or just, I don't know. They want to win. It's like they're seeing this feminine energy soar, and they want to, you know, it's like they don't want to lose what's theirs or something. I don't know, let's see, what else? I think they've definitely been creating the right community around them though, if they haven't had it before. Especially I'm hearing to do with business, you know, business. Their leader, whoever this is, a true leader. Wow. Heart and mind. Just coming into true balance and learning how to make decisions, like I was talking about, from an integrated approach, wholeness. I actually think whatever this is that they're wrapping up, that's happening within the next 7 days. And then as this progresses, they're learning how to really, this snowflake, they feel vulnerable, but they're learning how to create that, that's that driven energy to move towards moving towards the decision making and the communication. Okay, so emotional wisdom, compassionate wisdom, emotional intelligence, holistic insights, authentic decision making. So they're becoming more authentic as well. They're integrating everything that's happening. They're understanding it better. This is where the expansion is taking place. It's so internal. This is why the huge turning point is allowing them to become head of the pack. True energy cleansing within. Don't even know if they realise that's what's happening. Tornado. Ooh, something happened and it was a very unexpected ending. It's not nice. Yeah, beautiful. I'm hearing sunflowers. Snowflake. Left them feeling so fragile and vulnerable, but I think that this is what they've had to learn how to harness, that energy of being just a rebel, making decisions that are very risky, the Emperor energy, but not being mindful with that. This is where they've had to change, because they've learned that they've done some things, and the one of a kind beautiful situations are the ones that they've let slip. And with this beautiful successes on their mind now, they're learning from their mistakes. They don't want to repeat towers. That's tornado, They're learning how to become, this is why that communication is coming through heavy. They're so nervous. This is where they need to ground themselves. Okay, this Clover, luck is on your side. Lucky energy, good fortune, a reward, right? They need to ground down. They're very nervous about making contact here, whatever it is, whether it's to do with business. I don't know. I think it's to do with connecting online in this connection. That's under the Lovers card as well. So, let's see. Red herring, divine timing. Also, this is the fault. I think that this has been every single time that they've wanted to move forward. They've had this might be the devil energy as well. It's like they've told themselves something that wasn't even true, or they've seen something, and it's almost been just like this false flag energy, that's really put them off. So they've had to stand the test of time. They've recognized no matter what, this energy is standing the test of time. They still want to move forwards. Things haven't been spoken on. There's a book here. Been, hidden mysteries. Gosh, whatever they want to say in this communication is a hidden mystery by looks of things. Okay. The North Star, number 3. Core values. They've been grounding down their core values, inner guidance. They're learning that then. That's good, their direction. This is their true path now. There's hope, there's certainty, there's confidence, protection. This is the values that they're now embodying. That's beautiful. There's clarity over their own red flags. Okay. Wow. There's a guiding light right now around them. They've got this really beautiful energy. It's almost like divine guidance, They need to release this energy of quick, it has to happen. That this is one of their tests still. That timing, getting it done, harsh, anger, rush, quick. Pause, I think that's why that red herring has come up so many times for them, to show them whether themselves are stopping from moving forward. This is that reignition. They're really, really passionate and driven to want to rekindle here. Get things going, putting in the effort. Maybe that's why they know it's going to require effort, which means it's going to require time, right? Patience. Not necessarily. It's about being intentional in the right way. And regardless, your lesson is divine timing, whoever this is. Striking while the iron's hot. They want to go all in. That's persistence again. This is very masculine energies. Divine, masculine. Anything else? That's why. Look at what's on their mind. Don't drink. Next level. Promise, union, partnership, marriage, agreement, proposal. Oh my God. And the ship. There's definite progress here, movement. They could be traveling overseas. Oh my God, number 3, number 10. A vehicle, vacation, going places, trip, adventure, enterprise. Yeah, I think they're definitely the head of the pack, like alpha whoever. That energy of like wanting to go forth. With the wind, swift travel overseas. Movement. Definitely movement. I'm just going to get one more just to clarify for you. Okay, 2 more, whatever. It's fine. Oh, look, a new beginning. And that's a seed. Oh my God. Kind of giving baby as well. Maybe that's on their mind, child, boy child. I think this is truly them finally finding their path and saying yes to it. That's where that Fool's come out, the brand new beginning, and the Magician. This is completely different to where they're coming from. Completely. Finally, no longer. My God, they really are. They find it difficult to communicate. Colour blue. They really are no longer allowing the devil, shadowy energy, to control them. Instead, they're listening to their heart. They're listening to what brings them joy, bliss, their desire. Number 24J. Affection, fulfillment, kindness, forgiveness, romance, contentment, passionate, caring. Oh, that's really sweet. And that's a big thing because they've been in very standoffish energy. They've been learning some big lessons, okay? I feel like I need to get them an animal card for this beautiful energy. Ooh. Moose. I think that you might have felt like they're standoffish, right? They're very independent, very... I think they've been very self-protective, actually. It's number 9, imposing, powerful. They got quite a presence. I mean, the Emperor was the first card and it was like... Whew. They can easily lead people astray if they wanted. Like, maybe that's what's happened, I don't know. But this is changing, thankfully. Time alone. They've been having a lot of time alone. And they're still going to need it. Wolf, learning how to listen to their inner instincts, their inner knowing, their guidance system. Calm, cool, collected, confident, solidarity, attitude is everything. Independent. Maybe that's how they come across, you know, and they want to come across. Oh, okay. And also freedom and independence is important here. What do you need to be aware of for your connection moving forwards? Because clearly multiple things happening here. Getting ahead of the pack when it comes to business, that kind of thing. But also there's a strong magnetic connection here. The chemistry is powerful. Driving them, really. I can feel it's like electricity bolts throughout them. Okay. For a long time, there was this energy of unrequited love around them for a long time, and it was really influencing their mind space as well. Okay. But there's a new love cycle coming here, past life relationship. Okay. And if that twin flame card that's at the bottom, then yeah, of course, past life relationship. Anything else? Very soon. Whoa. Trust. Children again. Someone's probably, I actually feel like someone has children on their mind, you know. I really do. But again, it could be to do with an external child that came along during this time. That's why they're so nervous, to be honest. Or, you know, they have to tell you the truth about something to do with their inner child as well, you know. But I do think there's a new beginning and it's asking you to hold faith so that this situation can truly unfold. Someone could truly have children in their mind in that they're thinking time is running out. Or divine orchestration, okay. I'm just going to see what you need to be aware of for 6 of Cups, okay? So there's this need to be mindful of not allowing the past energies to drag you back in that space of sadness and everything like that. There's something to address, you address it, you know, honest communication that wants to come through clearly. But yeah, that Hanged Man, there's been a big pause. And I'm honestly feeling like someone is feeling, it feels like they're sorry, but also it feels like they're, I think that they're really taking accountability for this, for playing the part that they played, 2 of Cups here, and the world. Yeah, they want to close out this Hanged Man. Clearly there's a separation here. They want to close this out. It feels like a crossroads that is not new to them. A crossroads that had made them realise what they want more and more with this 2 of Cups here. This is what they've been driven to want to move towards even more, which is why when push comes to shove here very soon, they want to go all in. Giving that energy of wanting to be locked in, but they need to just be mindful of their unhappy energies that they've come from. Oh my God, the 10 of Cups and the Sun. My God, are they seeing emotional fulfillment, happiness, joy, bliss? Even their inner child is... They know that their inner child is really important, but they know that they need to be the one who makes a solid offer here from the heart space. Okay, from the heart space. Clearly they've been doing some real... That internal cleansing, like deep cleaning, has been going on. This is why all they need to do is be mindful when that comes ill, especially that energy. They can be quite persuasive, let's say that, you know. They need to allow patience and time with whoever's they're moving towards, and they need to not fear the energy of, you know, time running out or whatever. There's a reason that's there. There's a reason. Being balanced internally within yourself. Don't project it outside of you, right? That energy is really important, and that works all 2 ways, you know, everyone involved. 6 of Pentacles. Finally bringing balance back after there was heartbreak that was very much left unaddressed, you know. Yeah, 5 of Swords. It's been playing on their mind for however long this has been. It's been playing on their mind, you know. This really is about allowing yourself. This is someone you're connected to. You've clearly been finding balance within yourself for them to finally reach this point. If you truly are on this twin flame journey. So this is about staying on top of this now, because when you come together, remember, you come together as you're not cycling through the karmic cycles anymore. You've been learning from them, you've been closing them out, wrapping it up, the world. So this is a new cycle that's going to come through. So when it comes through, you be mindful, because you're putting in the work here now. It's not about attachment, unhealthy, codependent attachments, or anything like that anymore. It's about allowing you both to evolve on your own paths and together. You both have a North Star, you know. Yes, you might be deeply soul connected. My God, that's a beautiful soul bond. And it's going to require strength. I think from the passion is what's coming through. There's a lot of desire and passion here. It's going to require strength to hone in on that energy, because you want this to be channeled through your heart space now. You know, you've been seeing things clearly from that third eye, more clearly than before, right? But also, if the triggers come through, this is that time to recognize them. Capricorn season is super important, okay? That's that communication, but again, it's not from that. It's still very nervous, still very not knowing how to communicate your feelings. So they need to be honest. I just think it's because they've got something that they need to say, and that's what they're nervous about. Not even just the approach, but maybe they're scared of being rejected. They're also scared that they've put somebody else in that abandoned energy. So maybe they did the whole ghosting thing, or whatever you want to call it. But we're not in the space, so we're not confident enough to handle what they're about to handle. Which, by the way, both of you have evolved here, you know. This is massively coming through as a Divine Masculine, though. This is a big reading for the Divine Masculine energy. Three of Pentacles doing it together. Again, intentionality is everything. This is in your hands. The actions that you take need to be intentional, and they need to be aligned with your emotion and your mind space. And if you need time to come back to yourself and reflect on that, do so. But be transparent and honest about that. The conversations that you have, the safety that you both create means everything for the foundation of the connection. Okay, how you choose to connect via your inner children, if you need to. Keep that, you know, that energy there, alive, but recognize that you're both your adult selves right now. The strength that you're going to create this is going to require you to really dig into yourself and remove those veils. Anything else you need to be aware of moving forward? There might be some time needed to contemplate on this, you know, so maybe you want to go all in, but take a moment. Okay, oh God, you've got the Two of Cups again. Ooh, got the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So this is someone who's definitely reflecting. Got the Page to the King of Cups, that's good. Definitely reflecting on who they need to be in an emotional landscape to hold this. They've been thinking a lot about this. This is why they've been actually actively handling their divine justice, their karma energy, so they can come through. Oh my God. You've literally got the Fool again, the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, the Eight of Wands, Justice again, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Two of Cups. So clearly, someone truly has been addressing the subconscious, all that devil and shadowy energy, right? Because it's not coming through too much, because they've been addressing it. So they truly are understanding. They just want to, like, I'm hearing, you know, put their foot in. God, not that. What's that? I don't know. They want to step forwards. They want to see what the waters are like, if you will, you know. That's what's making them nervous, but they want to ground this down, truly. That's emotion, safety and stability coming through, water sign energies. They're very emotional. They might not show this, you know, with that moose that was coming through. Their attitude is everything. This is where they need to understand, project the authenticity. I didn't even notice the Queen of Wands there. But I think there's something to do with that divine justice there. Like I said, that passionate energy, that desire that's been unhealthily driven, that impulse. Maybe that's what they need to be honest about, is, you know, that unrequited love energy that was around them. Okay, so, wow, you got this. Sending love.